June is supposed to be peak season at Disneyland. School's out, summer crowds roll in, wait times climb steadily through the afternoon. Instead, guests have been posting photos of empty walkways, eerily short lines, and a Toy Story parking lot that one Reddit user described as a total ghost town on a Saturday in June, exactly the kind of day that should have been one of the busiest of the entire year. In this video, we're digging into why, and the answer connects directly to the biggest sporting event currently happening on US soil, the FIFA World Cup. Part 1. Disneyland. Thrill data. Tracked Disneyland parks' average wait time at just 18 minutes during a recent afternoon in June, dramatically below what you'd expect during what's normally the start of the resort's peak season. Guests have been sharing photos online of barren walkways and unusually empty photo spots, with one visitor specifically calling Disneyland a total ghost town during a weekend that should have been packed. Long waits are usually just part of the Disneyland experience in summer, even with Lightning Lane helping guests skip the busiest queues, which is exactly why this dip has caught so much attention. Two things appear to be driving this, and they're largely separate from each other. The first is internal to Disney. Lower-tier pass holders have reportedly been blocked out during this period, combined with dynamic pricing that's been pushing some regular visitors away, a policy shift unrelated to soccer entirely. The second factor is the World Cup itself. Los Angeles is hosting 8 matches at SoFi Stadium this tournament, and that's pulling both locals and tourists toward match days and watch parties instead of theme parks. There's also real precedent for this exact pattern. Disneyland Paris saw something strikingly similar during the 2024 Summer Olympics, when guests reportedly delayed or skipped trips entirely, specifically citing fears of larger crowds and higher prices around the host city during the games. A major sporting event rolling into a city doesn't necessarily send more visitors to the theme park down the road. Sometimes it does the exact opposite, redirecting attention and travel budgets toward the event itself. Part 2. Disney World. Orlando isn't even a host city for this World Cup. The closest host city is Miami, and that's still roughly 3 hours away by car. So why is Walt Disney World seeing softness too? On Disney's most recent earnings call, the company explicitly flagged attendance headwinds and reduced international visitation as ongoing concerns. Domestic attendance across both Walt Disney World and Disneyland combined is down roughly 1%. According to Disney Tourist Blog's analysis of that same earnings call, if Disneyland is actually trending up year over year, as anecdotal observations suggest, that would mean Walt Disney World specifically could be down by something closer to 5%, a figure that lines up reasonably well with the wait time trends being observed on the ground. Touring Plans cited that same earnings call when lowering its crowd forecast for Magic Kingdom and Epcot, pointing to weak consumer confidence and elevated gas prices as additional contributing factors entirely separate from the tournament. So this is partly an economic story, not purely a World Cup story. Higher gas prices and softer consumer confidence would likely be dragging on attendance with or without a tournament happening anywhere nearby. But the World Cup adds a specific, additional pull on exactly the type of traveler Disney World depends on most heavily. International visitors making big, expensive, multi-stop American vacations that, in a normal year, would naturally route through Orlando. Part 3. International tourists. This is where the picture gets genuinely interesting, because the data on World Cup tourism itself has been surprising almost everyone, including the people running the hotel industry. Walt Disney World has always leaned heavily on long-haul international visitors, the kind of travelers doing sprawling, multi-city American vacations that might include Orlando as one stop among several, often spending a week or more moving between destinations. The World Cup competes directly for those same travelers' time, money, and limited vacation days. Here's the surprising part. Earlier this year, FIFA exercised an opt-out clause in its hotel contracts and canceled a massive share of its pre-reserved room blocks across all 16 host cities, releasing far more inventory back to the open market than most analysts expected going into the tournament. The American Hotel and Lodging Association then surveyed more than 200 hotels across the 11 U.S. host cities and found that nearly 80% reported bookings tracking below their initial forecasts. In cities like Boston, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Seattle, roughly 80% of hotels described the tournament's actual impact as close to a non-event in booking terms. Kansas City fared even worse, with 85 to 90% of properties reporting bookings below even a typical event-free summer. The AHLA pointed to a specific underlying cause. FIFA's pre-reserved blocks had created what the association called an artificial early demand signal, inflating original forecasts well above what actual travel demand would support. When that inventory got released back to the open market, bookings simply never caught up to those inflated numbers. Visa barriers and broader geopolitical uncertainty were also repeatedly cited by surveyed hoteliers as major factors suppressing exactly the kind of long-haul international demand Disney World typically relies on most. There's a twist hiding inside this data, too. The fans who are traveling appear to be booking shorter, match-specific trips, rather than the sprawling multi-week American vacations that used to naturally include a Disney World stop along the way. That shift in travel behavior, more than any single attendance number, may be the real underlying story here. Miami stands out as a genuine exception to the broader trend. Hotel bookings there came in roughly 55% ahead of forecast, by far the strongest performance among all 11 host cities, helped along by Miami's existing leisure tourism infrastructure and its direct connection to Lionel Messi's massive regional popularity. But that demand stays heavily concentrated around match days, specifically within Miami itself. It isn't spreading north up the coast to Orlando, the way conventional tourism wisdom might predict. Part 4. What it means for your trip. If you're planning a Disney trip, here's the practical takeaway. And it's good news for once. Forecasters are currently predicting roughly 6 months of below-average crowds at Walt Disney World, stretching from now through the fall. Disneyland is already running noticeably lighter than its typical June baseline, with wait times well below what's normal for this point in the summer season. If you assumed World Cup season would mean packed parks and fully booked-out hotels near Orlando or Anaheim, that assumption has it exactly backwards. World Cup fans are staying tightly concentrated near the actual stadiums on match days, not spreading out to nearby attractions and destinations the way conventional tourism logic might suggest they would. In practice, this means shorter lines, more room availability, and potentially better deals at exactly the moment most people would normally assume the parks would be at their busiest and most expensive. This is shaping up to be a genuinely once-in-a-generation event, reshaping American tourism patterns in 2026, just not in the direction most people assumed it would. Disney isn't riding a wave of World Cup spillover tourism the way you might expect a major sporting event to generate. It's catching the undertow instead. Like and subscribe for more breakdowns of how real-world events are quietly reshaping the parks behind the scenes. Next video: the best months to actually book your Disney trip, based on everything we've covered here today. Thanks for watching.